Welcome, everyone. We are very excited to be here today for the commencement ceremony for the Division Avenue High School class of 2021. We ask you to kindly turn off any cell phones or electronic devices that might interfere with your enjoyment of today's ceremony. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please follow the directions of the stadium's staff. Will Jasmeet Sahota approach this podium, and will members of the senior concert choir please take their places on the field? The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Student Council President Jasmeet Sahota. Please rise and remain standing for both the pledge and our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. May I introduce the senior concert choir singers: Michael Albrecht, Nafisa Antara, Emily Antos, Vanessa Blanco, Matthew Costa, Natalie Brooke Chua, Samantha Hirschman, Daniel Huang, Brandon Moy, Jasmine Smith, and Nicholas Whitcomb. And our wonderful conductor, Miss Allison Sellers. My name is Jacqueline Cadiz. On behalf of our principal, Mr. John Kasha, and my fellow assistant principal, Mr. Sam McElroy, I am very proud and excited to welcome you to the 62nd commencement exercises of Division Avenue High School. We are all very happy to be celebrating in person with this remarkable group of students. I would like to introduce to you the dignitaries that are here today to celebrate this wonderful and joyous occasion with us. On the stage to your right, the principal of Division Avenue High School, Mr. John Kasha. The superintendent of schools, Dr. Tony McDonald. From the Levittown Board of Education, President, Ms. Peggy Marangi. Vice President, Ms. Christina Lang. Secretary, Ms. Jennifer Messina. And trustees, Ms. Marian Adrian, Mr. Dylan Kane, Mr. James Moran, and Mr. Michael Pappas. Assistant Superintendent for Business and Finance, Dr. Chris Dillon. Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Ms. Debbie Rifkin. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Todd Winch. Hempstead Town Councilman, Mr. Dennis Dunn. Nassau County Legislator, Mr. John Ferretti. And Town Clerk, Ms. Kate Murray. Former member of the Board of Education, Ms. Karen Quinones Smith. And wife of former President of the Board of Education, Mr. Kevin Regan, Ms. Joanne Regan. Ladies and gentlemen, to your left, Division Avenue High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Sam McElroy. Guidance Chairperson, Mr. Mark Curtis. President of the Class of 2021, Natalie Chua. Valedictorian, Nikhil Kier. And Student Council President, Jasmeet Sahota. I would also like to take this time to acknowledge the following students who have worked very hard with the class president and the student council to continue to fill our hallways with dragons, pride, and school spirit. Our class of 2021 officers. Will the following class officers please stand up when your name is called? Vice President Naraya Fatan. Secretary Andrew Kiphart. Treasurer Nicole Dwyer. And class liaison Alexandra Sweeney. They all have worked incredibly hard, so thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the principal of Division Avenue High School, Mr. John Kasha.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 62nd commencement ceremony for Division Avenue High School. Today is not your ordinary graduation ceremony where we celebrate your fine academic accomplishments and culmination of your high school career. In a way, given the events that transpired this past week and on this day, today represents a redemption for time lost and a renewal of our freedoms. During this difficult time, we all sought inspiration and hope from anywhere we could find it. When I sat down to watch a movie this past January on Martin Luther King Day, I had no idea that I would stumble across, coincidentally, the same inspiration you chose for your Spirit Week theme, Jailbreak. The movie I watched that day was the classic Shawshank Redemption. The story takes place over 3 decades in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. The main character, Andy Dufresne, is wrongly convicted of a crime that he did not commit, murder, and then he receives 2 consecutive life sentences. Throughout the movie, he displays a steel will and what is perceived as a naive hope. His close friend and fellow inmate, Red, attempts to serve him well by eliminating the idea of hope from his mind as he figured their demise in prison was inevitable. Andy's response to Red's pessimism was simple. It's a simple choice, really. Get busy living or get busy dying. Over the course of 20 years, Andy slowly and steadily took a tiny rock hammer to slowly chip away at his cell wall to create a tunnel to freedom. In spite of his trials and tribulations of prison life, he never strayed from his hope, which was to return to life as he previously knew it. Most often, the truly inspiring stories reflect a human spirit that has the conviction and a just cause. For a little over a year, we have been deprived from our lives for an offense we didn't commit. We were ordered to live in confinement for reasons that were foreign to us, and we accepted this sentence for the good of our loved ones and our community. We all did our part, and nonetheless, we all persevered, and through the darkest of times, our resolve was strong. Over the course of the past year, we did witness a fair amount of ugliness in our society, but we did, however, witness an incredible kindness and compassion. Tough times can bring out the worst, but most often, it brings out the best in people. As we all sought inspiration from our homes, I can recall a scene on TV where people sang in unison from their apartments to our nurses and first responders to demonstrate appreciation for their heroic acts. I recall stories of people donating food and time to the Wisdom Lane Food Pantry to feed hundreds of hungry people, maybe thousands. We had several of your classmates create charities, one, Patterns for Patients. This is to only name a few. We all contributed, and we all witnessed unthinkable acts of charity and kindness, which is a testament to us all. While some people don't approach life this way, the pandemic has provided us with an opportunity for growth and to be strong, kind, patient, and resilient. As you are faced with adversity in life, you can either be part of the despair or you can be part of the hope. Which you choose is up to you. It comes down to a simple choice, really. You either get busy living or get busy dying. During a time that set people up for desperation and pessimism, you relentlessly and doggedly chose hope. Your optimism was incessant. As I would speak to some of you, the leaders of your class, the persistent pursuit of hope and the return to life as you love so deeply never wavered. Your conviction was evident. It wasn't a matter of if we would return, it was just a matter of when. This was a long, arduous mission that we all undertook last spring and summer to get to this point today. Day after day and night after night, with every conversation, with every decision, with every event, and every day you were in school, you patiently and quietly chipped away at that cell wall to tunnel your way to freedom. As the year progressed, we endured tiring challenges and chaotic news. The circumstances were never ideal, but you always continued to chip away at that wall. In January and February, our sports teams returned to compete. In March, most of you returned to full-time instruction. In April, we had our momentous homecoming. With each action, you continued to chip away. We had our Honor Society inductions for last year and this year. In May, our students performed an endearing version of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and our marching band performed in the Memorial Day Parade. We all continued to chip away at that wall. Then the beginning of June came. We had our senior awards and Spirit Week. Sports continued in triumphant fashion as more students returned to school. As the year progressed, the momentum built and built as you crawled for what seemed an eternity through the mud and the muck and that tunnel that you carved out to emerge victorious and triumphant on the evening of Spirit Night on June 7th. And much like that iconic image of Andy Dufresne celebrating his freedom from prison, your iconic moment was joyously celebrating as one class finally, for over a year, at Division Avenue High School. That moment was not only the result of an incredible amount of hard work and persistence, but symbolic of your resolve and your hope. Redemption sure is sweet. As we now sit here together, reunited as an entire class for the conclusion of this year, we have an opportunity to reflect. This year has been unlike any other in the existence of human history. In spite of these circumstances, you will look back and realize what a unique and special time this was. Through the ups and downs, you forged unforgettable bonds with people and made memories that will last a lifetime. You have experiences that can and will never be replicated, that you can draw upon forever. If there is one lesson that you can learn from this time period, it's that perseverance pays off. As the main character, Andy, famously stated, remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. When you're down and times are tough, always choose hope. Dragons, your time has come. Some dragons aren't meant to be caged. Your wings are too big and your flames are too large. I can't say it any better than the character Red can. I find him so excited I can barely sit still. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel, a free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. Before you head off on your long journey, much like the movie, we'll meet again on the beach in your final scene of high school. I congratulate you, and from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely thank you for everything you've done over these past 2 years. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Kasha. Please welcome the Superintendent of the Levittown School District, Dr. Tony McDonald.
Good morning. Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Education and Central Administration, I'd like to welcome you to today's ceremony, which we are so happy is in person, and at my alma mater, Hofstra University. Wonderful. Well, class of 2021, you made it. In a few minutes, you will move your tassel from left to right, and with that motion, you will become a graduate of Division Avenue High School. You have conquered remote learning, hybrid learning, mask wearing, had your temperature taken more times than I want to count, and washed your hands, by my estimate, 4,692 times. I'm kidding. I don't know how many times you washed your hands, but I bet it was a lot. When we returned to in-person education, many school districts discussed bringing back percentages of each class. We disagreed. We believed our seniors would step up and be role models to the rest of the students at Division. So we asked Mr. Kasha what he thought, and his faith in you was unshakable. He was right. You have done an amazing job as we return to school, to sports, to activities. You led the way, and we're so proud of you. Thank you for your maturity, kindness, and leadership. Every class that leaves Division makes its mark. The culture changes as a result of the life force that is you. And you are changed as well by your experiences. Always keep in your heart the feeling you had when you ran on that field after your Spirit Night win. Continue to support the causes that fuel your passion. I have to say, when you ran on that field, that was my favorite moment of the year. By the way, Spirit Night was the last big event we had in the district before COVID. And it was the first big school-wide event when we came back. Division spirit, COVID-proof. I love the way Division Avenue students support each other. I kind of miss the fact that the freshmen usually have to carry their Caterpillar across with everybody cheering them on. It's a great moment. Cheer for the people around you. Be loud in your praise and very careful in your criticism. Hope for the best and never give up. Keep that blue dragon fire in your heart always. Life is a series of commitments, and 2 of you have made the commitment to serve our country and will join the military after graduation. When these 2 young men, yes. When these 2 young men come up for their diploma covers, they will also receive an American flag that flew in one of the classrooms at Division Avenue. That's a small token of our appreciation. Please stand as I recognize you. Marvin Collado, who will be going into the Army. And Riley Kelly, who will also be entering the Army. You come home safe to us. On behalf of the Board of Education, Central Administration, and myself, I once again want to congratulate you and all the graduates of the class of 2021, their families, and wish you only the best in the future as you undoubtedly continue to grow and succeed in life. As you do, never forget that as long as the columns at Division stand, you will always be ours. Fiercely loyal to the last out, our true blue dragons. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald. It is my pleasure to introduce to you an essential student representative of our school community. This student was a member of the district's Strategic Planning Committee and participated in all Board of Education meetings as this year's student liaison. This individual also served on our varsity tennis team freshman, sophomore, and junior year. This young man will be attending New York University this fall, majoring in economics and computer science. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you your Student Council President, Jasmeet Sahota.
Good morning, administrators, members of the Board of Education, distinguished guests, teachers, family, and fellow graduates. It's crazy to think about after 13 years of hard work, we have finally made it to the end of our senior year and to the event we've put so much effort towards, our commencement ceremony. A moment where many feel excitement and see new opportunities to come in the future. For many, this year was filled with drastic changes, yet we continue to strive and make the best of our last year of high school. Many questioned how we would make this year as memorable as the last three. It is safe to say, for the circumstances that we're in, that this year was filled with exciting moments that many will not forget. From homecoming to spirit night, we kept our spirits high and came together as a class, while the environment around us kept changing. Throughout the 4 years of high school, we've put so much work into the culmination of this ceremony, something we should be extremely proud of. From all the readings and math problems we've done to the extensive notes and history lectures, we've learned so much in such little time, while we continue to express our school spirit through our events and participation in extracurriculars. You may be wondering, what is the importance of our commencement ceremony? A question which has been on my mind for some time now. I see this being the transition point for everyone here, graduates, parents, and teachers. Whether you're a first generation or second generation graduate, the first or third in your family to graduate, it is a moment to sit back, relax, and be proud of how far you've come as an individual and whatever you plan on doing in your future. We've taken many of the same or similar classes up to this point. However, after this point, we will all be choosing different paths that will define us from one another, whether it be going straight into the workforce, enlisting in the Army, or pursuing higher education. As Patrick Ness has stated, everything's always ending, but everything's always beginning. Once we leave today, we will be ending a period which helped us find out how we plan on beginning our future. And that is the key point for why we are here today. First, to recognize all the things we've done to reach this point. Second, to mark a turning point in our lives that'll lead to defining who we are. As Shakespeare says, the world is your oyster. You make the world what you want it to be, and you will make the future what you desire. Thank you, and congratulations to all the graduates and their families.
Thank you, Jasmeet. I am delighted to introduce a very dedicated student leader in our school. This student served as captain of the cross-country track team and was an integral participant in our competitive marching band. She is an AP Scholar with distinction who will be attending Hofstra University this fall for nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the class of 2021, Natalie Chua.
I'm short. Good morning. My name is Natalie Chua, and I'm the senior class president. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to welcome all faculty, family, friends, alumni, and distinguished guests to Division's commencement ceremony. A special thank you to my family for all the sacrifices you made, for Max for supporting me in all that I do, and a special thank you to my brother-in-law Rob for helping me make my first class office poster, even though I lost. Entering high school, I heard that most classes started on the bottom of the food chain, the lowest of the low, and speaking from personal experience, I can say that we provided sufficient evidence to support that statement. We began as 9th graders. Before we knew how to control acne or any emotional feelings that we had, we were thrown into an institution with 17 and 18-year-olds who seemed like they had it all figured out. Now as seniors, I think it is safe to say that we do not have it all figured out, except maybe Nikhil and Colin. The day that Miss Barrett had warned us about since our freshman year, and if I'm being honest, it does not feel real at all. No more story time with the Wabbits, no more pogles from the firework god, grammar Thursdays where our English teacher went wild, or early geometry mornings with Miss Shea with math and tears. Instead, we will be entering a realm of voting, careers, college, and hopefully a barbecue at Mr. Quinnan's in the near future with no controversial topics that might trigger a Bonnie. No offense to Bonnie. The class of 2021 is academically vigorous, physically powerful, and mentally resilient. We began our education in elementary school with our tiny pieces of pizza for a bunch of box tops and Just Dance parties. And now as we leave high school with a continued love for Just Dance, we can look back to our climb to this day. The beginning of a bittersweet moment began on our last first day of high school and continued through major events like Spirit Week. Our first Spirit Night, we placed 4th overall, but surprised most people by placing 2nd in the dance. If there's one thing our grade knows how to do, it's to dance. Next came our sophomore year, in which we won the dance that night, but we still placed 3rd overall. But now I will forever have a vivid memory of Austin or Regan during our sophomore dance, dancing to the song Anaconda with a stuffed snake. Now our junior year. Although I believe that we were robbed of the hallway, we were able to create many great memories. The Spirit Week was different. This was one of the last times that we saw our grade together before quarantine began. I recall the excitement we received because of the reduced stress because SAGS moved his A-push exam from Monday to Thursday. This excitement quickly turned to anxiety as that was our last sense of normalcy. We moved into quarantine and online school. I know it was hard to stay motivated and senioritis may have hit earlier than it should have, but I am proud of each and every one of you for making it out alive. We had many downfalls as a class this year, and I would be lying if I said it was an easy fix. We lost many things like our junior prom and a full sports season. We lost many great people in our lives, and I believe that we had lost ourselves. I'm glad that through all the obstacles we had to overcome, we came together as a class in the end and secured our win at Spirit Night and hopefully became a little bit more stable and calm. Through the many experiences that we have encountered throughout our time in high school, Mr. Nolan had helped me come to the concept that you shouldn't blame anyone in life. Mr. Nolan had been such a guiding figure throughout my last year of high school and truly understood the students he became close with. He helped me realize the good people give you happiness, the worst people give you a lesson, and the best people give you memories that you will grow to cherish with each day. He helped me be more grateful for what I had, so as you go off into the world, you must remember there are 4 things that you can't get back in life. The word after it's said, an opportunity after it's missed, time after it's gone, and trust after it's lost. Remember that the choices that you make today shape our world tomorrow. Our diplomas are more than a document of education. They are a symbol of success, progress, and power. Whether we use this diploma for more education, the military, or the workforce, this shows that we have the discipline and stamina to achieve all goals that we have set for ourselves. Although we are the next generation of Netflixers and Disney Plusers, we are also the next generation of activists, entrepreneurs, and policymakers. We have been taught how to change the world, and now it is up to us to leave our impact. We are the innovators and we are the educated, and we will change the world with our voices, our minds, and our footsteps. With the endless possibilities that are set forth for us now, we will take what the early mornings and coffee breath had taught us, and we are the next generation to change the world. We are Division Avenue High School's class of 2021, and we are graduates. Thank you, and I hope you continue to be blessed in all your future endeavors. Congratulations to all of us.
Thank you, Natalie. The class valedictorian is the student who has achieved the highest grade point average over 4 years of high school. This year's valedictorian is an AP Scholar with Distinction, a National Merit Commended Scholar, and a U.S. Presidential Scholar nominee. This young individual served as president and team captain of Science Olympiad and president of DECA. In both of these competitive extracurriculars, he was recognized as a state medalist. In addition, in his spare time, he has also earned his black belt in mixed martial arts. This student will be attending Stony Brook University in the fall, majoring in physics. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the class of 2021 valedictorian, Nikhil Kier.
Thank you for the very kind introduction, Ms. Cadiz. Good morning, honored guests, superintendent, board members, administrators, teachers, parents, siblings, grandparents, friends, fellow graduates, and everyone watching us virtually. It is both an honor and privilege to stand here before you all today on Juneteenth and deliver this valedictory speech. Please bear with me, I wrote this speech after I succumbed to senioritis. We all are aware of the many challenges that the past year has thrown at us and how difficult it was during the year to envision an in-person graduation ceremony like this. But thanks to the Levittown School District for working tirelessly to make it happen and giving us this opportunity to celebrate our achievement and make this moment memorable. I would like to thank everyone at Division Avenue High School, counselors, custodians, cafeteria staff, administrators, and especially the dedicated teachers who lit up the Dragon Path for us and have always dared us to be great. Thank you, family members and loved ones, the lucky 4 that are here today and the not-so-lucky ones watching us through the live stream. You are our lifelines, and no amount of gratitude expressed will ever be enough for the endless support and constant encouragement that you have provided and will continue to do so in the future. Please keep that financial support coming as well. Personally, I'm thankful for my pesky but smart younger brother for the fun diversions and relentless rivalry he creates. I know, Mom and Dad, you still see me as a nervous kindergartner, but rest assured the wings you have given me are quite strong, and I'm ready to take flight. Just a few years back, at my 5th grade moving up, Thank you. Just a few years back, at my 5th grade moving up ceremony, I remember speaking about seeing us smarter, more confident, and taller. Well, I think we have proudly achieved it all. Look at us. We are the amazing class of 2021, the masked ones that will be remembered by generations to come. The year has been anything but ordinary, but so are we, extraordinary. I'm extremely confident that our class is capable of accomplishing great things, the least being graduating in a year full of anxiety and uncertainty. As dragons, we can be trained, but no mask is strong enough to stop us from breathing fire. We have braved the pandemic. Thank you. Thank you. We have braved the pandemic, demonstrated exceptional adaptability while mastering remote learning, and have made the most of what we were offered. If we could survive the stress of calculus, economics, or literature, along with the 6 feet social distancing, the drudgery of the one-way hallways, and the confusing cohort schedules, then we can survive anything. Throughout our school years, we all have been learning and constantly evolving. I personally started off as a Gator at Abbey, became a Wildcat at Wisdom, then a Dragon at Division, and in the fall, I'll turn into a Seawolf, although I'm not exactly sure what that is. Like me, you too in similar forms have learned valuable skills, gained profound knowledge, and have developed limitless potential that will surely help you succeed in your life post-high school. Today at our graduation, we reap the rewards of our hard work and resilience. As we take our first steps into adulthood, let's not forget that achievement is about so much more than a diploma. It's about hard work, efforts and goals, and new opportunities we have because of all we've done. But most importantly, it's about the incredible people we've become, in spite of senioritis. High school or college does not define us or validate our potential. It's the decisions we make that do. Our success is not about the car we drive, but it's about the place we're going to. It's not about how we look, but it's about how we see ourselves. It's not about who we know, but it's about who we are. And we are, by every definition of the word, a success. Our year might have been mostly virtual, but our dreams are real. So be who you are, do what you love, and go where your heart leads. Step forward into the bright future that awaits you, and let your dreams and talents guide your way. Do not go where the path leads you. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. Push yourself to your limits to conquer your goals. We will face obstacles and are bound to make mistakes, but in life, we never lose. We either win or we learn. My advice to you all is work hard, keep learning, smile, and be humble and respectful. Maintain a positive attitude, a helpful disposition, and a willingness to try new experiences. And no matter where you go, don't forget to proudly show off your dragon spirit. Don't forget your roots or community that has shaped you into who you are. It is up to us, the class of 2021, to become leaders and future world changers, to make a difference, and to live what we have learned. We are the next scientists, engineers, doctors, teachers, nurses, lawyers, first responders, and public servants who will strive hard and be the generation that our country will be proud of. Bidding a farewell to our spectacular past while embracing the exciting future is a bittersweet moment for all of us as we stand here at the crossroads. However, as the British author C.S. Lewis once said, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. So graduates, you are amazing as you are, more beautiful than you can see, stronger than you can feel, and more worthy than you will ever know. Don't worry, we will all turn out okay great. Our future is bright, the possibilities are endless, so let's go out and achieve greatness. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of this momentous day.
Thank you, Nikhil. And now it gives me great pleasure to call to the center stage the president of Levittown Board of Education, Ms. Peggy Merengue.
Good morning, graduates, parents, and dignitaries on our stage. I am truly elated to be celebrating a major part of your personal history today, your graduation. I would like to begin with a quote from Ruby Bridges. She states, "You see, class of 2021, opportunity comes packaged in many boxes, and it often shows up with no return address. The sender is history, and she does not accept returns. Once the package is opened, you accept the gift, and you embrace the demands attached to it." When I read this, I immediately thought of you, our graduates. You were handed a package, not a welcoming one. However, you accepted it and embraced the demands you were faced with in your senior year, and you learned how to continue to look for solutions, push forward, and thrive. Thriving is about learning, growing, and succeeding as a result of an event, and you certainly did that. Now, as you continue with your history, whether it be the military, a career, or college, continue to thrive and live the life you truly deserve. Thank you for making all of us so proud of you today on your graduation day.
Thank you, Ms. Merengue. Assistant Principal Mr. Sam McElroy will now present the candidates for graduation. Will the class of 2021 please stand?
The faculty and administration, having reviewed the academic requirements established by the Board of Education and the New York State Board of Regents, find these students to be eligible for graduation. I hereby present the Division Avenue class of 2021.
By the powers vested in me by the Levittown Board of Education and the Regents of the State University of New York, I hereby graduate you.
Students, please be seated. Mr. Kasha, will you please lead the guests on stage to their places on the reception line? Will the students on stage please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Natalie Brooke Chua. Nikhil Kier. Jasmeet Sahota. And now will the first row of graduates stand and proceed towards the stage. Michael Albrecht. Nafisa Antara. Emily Antos. Vanessa Blanco. Matthew Costa. Samantha Hirschman. Daniel Huang. Brandon Moy. Jasmine Smith. Nicholas Whitcomb. Heather Campo. Catherine Cepeda. Jason Adams. Abani Ahmed. Sumaya Ahmed. Dean Alejandro. Amani Allah. Kevin Anderson. Jessica Antonick. Mohammed Samir Anwari. Domenica Arevalo. Dylan Arnold. Sheila Arshid. Tarangani Arunachalam. Pedro Acevedo. Peter Badger. Joshua Bear. Isabella Barreto. Michael Bath. Jessica Badone. Nicholas Bauer. Caitlin Bella. Emma Bergonzi. Tareem Bengal. Jana Bachi. Max Bollinger. Nicole Bowe. Nicole Boyle. Daniel Bravo. Jennifer Brem. Keely Brewer. Kayla Brodsky. Elena Brooks. Philip Busey. Gabriela Bolognese. Melanie Camerata. James Kanko. Anderson Carcomo. Caitlin Carey. Ryan Carr. Michael James Catania. Eric Cho. Arvin Chowdhury. Matthew Cody. Tyler Cohen. Marvin Collado. Michaela Collins. Madison Cooper. Jacob Cordero. Jaziel Corias. Frederick Constantini. Jana Katea. Brendan Davnero. Nina De La Fuente. Alexander De La Rosa. Tyler DeFreitas. Alexander De La Cruz. Grace Demew. Brian DeRoya. Gabriella DeStefano. Nicholas DeVito. Jasmine Diaz. Josephine DeGordio. Vincent Desponzio. Sarah Donlin. William Donlin. Kathleen Doyle. Nicole Dwyer. Allison Engel. Delara Inan. Faith Erdely. Ashley Fiella. Dua Farouk. Brianna Farrell. Julian Fassett. Naraya Fatan. Jade Figueroa. Gianna Florio. Charlene Franco. Nicole Friedman. Jessica Garcia. Ulysses Garcia. Emily Gasca. Danielle Gavin. Joseph Gavin. Daniel Ginther. Hope Ginther. Markella Jovanakis. William Giuliani. Devin Gonzalez. Sophia Guerra. Anthony Guerrero. Janine Gunn. Tyler Guthie. Leslie Gutierrez. Leslie Guzman. Ryan Hamill. James Hanley. Jessica Herring. David Harrow. Samantha Ray Hoffman. Lauren Holt. Daniel Hummel. Novale Hunter Gersbach. Sahir Jivraj. Mallory Johnson. Bailey Jocelyn. Dylan Jocelyn. Haley Caveney. Riley Kelly. Nicolette Kenny. Anshu Kindry. Andrew Kiphart. Matthew Class. Melina Kudakis. Justin Kraus. Joseph Crook. Andrew Kuzmicki. Peter LaFranca. Caitlin Lambert. Sebastian Lee. Joshua Lempert. Dana Lepe. Christopher Lettieri. Jack Labrizzi. Jake Lima. Christopher Liriano. Jason Lombardo. Anthony Louie. Ivan Liu. Ariba Malik. Christina Manzano. Haley Marcinek. Amanda Marin. Erica Marquez. Samantha Martins. Teodoro Matozo. Romeo McCain. Maggie McCarthy. Victoria McQuaid. Colin James McVetti. Amanda Melendez. Ryan Meza. Daniela Michelo. Mahek Modi. Savannah Moncayo Leary. Elisa Montanino. Gabriela Monzon. Daniela Mora. Danielle Moen. Colin Musig. Justin Murphy. Aaron Mustafa. Madison Newsom. Brandon Nieto. Elisa Nieves. Madison Nocerino. Mia O'Brien. Austin O'Regan. I know. Who will receive his diploma from his grandmother, Joanne Regan, wife of former Board of E President Kevin Regan. Rhythm Osan. Jesse Pacheco. Olivia Palazzolo. Roya Parsa. Jack Pasquarelli. Hunter Perfetti. Elizabeth Petrolisi. Michael Phillips. Richard Pinzon. Ryan Powers. Zaki Rahman. Natalie Ramirez. Erica Ramos. Jake Recca. Tara Renda. Amy Reyes. Lainey Reyes. Jennifer Rodriguez. Christopher Romero. Nico Rosado. Nicholas Roselli. Jessica Ruggia. Serena Rydberg. Louis Sabino. Brian Santos. Jana Scaduto. Daniel Schenfeld. Ryan Shidrick. Kevin Schulman. Kahan Shah. Eric Shansky. Ariana Sharma. Eric Shin. Colin Siegel. Darian Sierra. Sachid Singh. Jason Sivrick. Molly Skillman. Andrew Peter Smith. Christopher J. Smith, who will receive his diploma from his mother, Ms. Karen Quinoni Smith, former board member of the Board of Education. Kaylee Smith. Samantha Snevely. Alexa Soto. Liam Stasinski. Caitlin Stroud. Kenneth Sun. Alexandra Sweeney. Sarah Tadres. Justin Talbot. Danielle Tier. Isabel Thompson. Leslie Toledo. Danielle Tomaselli. Mark Tonis. Richard Tonis. Andrew Torres. Javen Trochet. Danielle Vargas. Fatima Vasquez. Stephanie Vasquez. Jasmine Velez. Jaylene Ventura. Michael Voda. Ian Voda. Emma Walsh. Dylan Weinman. Bridget White. Rebecca Williams. Ryan Winsky. Alec Woodruff. Jonathan Zelaya. Lisbeth Zelaya. Vicky Zhang. And Alexis Zero Janis. At this time, will all the graduates please stand and share in the customary ritual of moving the tassel on your caps from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Division Avenue High School class of 2021. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. I now invite members of the Senior Concert Choir to please take your places on the field once again for a beautiful performance of the Irish Blessing.
May the road rise up to me. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, and until we meet again, may the God that loves us all hold you in the palm of his hand.
Beautiful job. Thank you, everyone. Before we end, I would like to thank all of our chaperones here today, assisting in making your graduation ceremony organized and successful. A major thank you to Student Council advisors, Mr. Gerard Marzigliano and Ms. Lynn Castellano, and our class of 2021 advisors, Ms. Kelly Glenn and Mr. Brian Murphy, who who have all worked tremendously to make your 4 years at Division Avenue High School special, unforgettable, and filled with dragon pride. In addition, Mr. Sagastano and the Yearbook Club has prepared a special senior video just for you, which will be available on our school's webpage on Monday for you to view and download so that you will have it as a wonderful keepsake of your time spent at Division Avenue High School. To the class of 2021 and your families, please accept, on behalf of Division Avenue High School, the Levittown School District, and our Board of Education, our warmest congratulations and the very best wishes for the future. Thank you, Board of Education and Central Office Administration, for everything you have done to celebrate the graduation of this class. As today's ceremony draws to a close, I ask all guests in the audience to please remain seated until after the recessional. Students will meet you by Gate C. Please celebrate safely and have a great afternoon. Will everyone on stage please stand? Mr. Kasha, will you join me in preparing for our recessional?